Yeah, hello there, and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy Tactics. What? Yes, this is in the same universe, Ivalice, as Vagrant Story. Although I think this came first. It might not have. Welcome. This is a game that I really enjoy. I would play the PSP version, but it doesn't emulate that well. So I'm using the FFT Complete patch instead, which can be found on Final Fantasy Tactics. Very famous Final Fantasy hacking board. Right, let's go. I am Asvaldum, student of Ivalice's middle age. You are familiar with the War of the Lions, no? It was a bitter war of succession that rent the land of Ivalice in two. Here we first find mention of Delita Herel, a hitherto unknown young man. The hero who would draw the curtain on this dark act of our history. I'm going to wait a little bit longer for the text to go before I read it. His is a heroism of great renown, a story familiar to all who dwell within our land. Ah, but what the eye sees is oftentimes a mere fragment of the truth. There was another young man. The youngest of House Beowulf, long famed for producing leaders of knights and men. There is no official record of the role he played on history's stage. However, according to the Jirai papers, the existence of which became known to the public only this last year, they had long lain concealed in church archives. This forgotten young man is in fact the true hero. The church maintains he was a heretic, an inciter of unrest, and disturber of the peace. Which account is to be believed? Join me in my search to uncover the answer. But before we begin, might I ask you to share with me your name and the date of your birth? Well, this guy's name is Ramza, and it will stay Ramza. But don't worry, Joey will be in the game, just not here. And he can have my birthday, but I don't know his actual canonical birthday. That's my birthday. that cutscene is incredible. The main difference between this version and the PSP version is that the PSP version had redone cutscenes and a different translation, which I'm using. Also, this is Orborn Monastery, or Orbon. O Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation. Lady Avelia, it is time. I'll not be much longer, Agrias. Your escort has already arrived, Majesty. Please, heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry. Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour. Gafgarian, you forget yourself, sir. You're in the presence of the princess. Mayhap bowed heads would less offend. You would do well to waste less time on idle pleasantries. I see even the noble order of the Northern Sky cannot rid itself of vulgar knaves. A guard captain in these rain-sodden hinterlands ought not expect chivalry. We are in the employ of the order, not of it. Our pay does not cover trite courtesies to the likes of you. Govern your tongue. Enough. Let us be on our way. The Father watch over you, child. And you, Elder. Milady, the enemy is upon us. Duke Goltana's men. We are paid for this. Time to earn our keep. What is it, Ramza? You're both getting paid to do a job. I'm a knight no longer. Just another sellsword. Right then, to battle. Deliver us, O Lord. They bear the crest of the Black Lion. Duke Goltana must be mad. Does he mean to start a war? You there, wench. You cannot hope to defeat us. You will surrender the princess. If not, well, I'd hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours. A head-on assault. These swords of Goltana. Lackwits, one and all. In that case, we should be able to handle this without you, Gafgarian. Mayhap you could, but there's no money to be made in that. Lad, Ramza, with me. Defeat all enemies is the condition for winning. So, reasons why I couldn't play the PSP version. It emulates like poop. I'm going to leave this here and read it in a second so I can talk. Yeah, it emulates really badly. Mostly the sound. Graphically it's fine. The sound does not work well. When the lightning strikes, the sound goes all messy. The sound effects aren't very good. On the hardware level, there's nothing you can do about that. There's lag, you can fix that with a patch, but basically the PS1 version is generally considered to be the better one. And I put the PSP's translation on top of it, so this is why, to those of you who've played the PS1 version, the text will be different to what you're used to. I like the PSP text better. That's what I played with when I grew up. The first time I ever played the games on the PSP, so that's what I know. And yeah, as I was saying, the cutscenes in the PSP version was better. They had a lot of cel-shaded, really nice sections also with voice acting. I don't know if this has voice acting or not. I'm guessing not. But yeah, there are some small graphical glitches. You can see like some blue underneath the roof tiles there that isn't supposed to be there. I think that's because I'm upscaling the graphics a little bit. But generally this is already playing way better than I tried the PSP test for. And there might be some translation errors and weird typos, but some people had to translate the entire game, so there's going to be some errors. Kill them all. Leave no man standing. You would have us slaughter them? Are you mad? Kill them here and you'll have played right into Duke Goltana's hands. We need only put them to rout. I find dead men rout more easily. I shall feast upon your flesh. Darkness blade. Gafgarian, and getting a job level. Because I'm not controlling them, they just press like the equivalent of circle immediately, so I can't really read the text. When I control them, I can do it. Your life is short. Be buried. Judgment Blade. Yay. So these people with guest, they're controlling themselves. I can't control them. Literally the only person I have control over right now is Ramza. You can do this in the PSP version. You could have the AI control your characters as well, which is what I tended to do. I used to have 1 or 2 characters that I controlled, and then let the AI control the rest of them. I'm not smart enough to do all the right decisions all the time, and neither is the AI, but the AI is pretty good at making reasonable decisions. The only things we'll really be missing out on in the PS1 version is there's like some secret characters in the PSP version that aren't in this one. Mainly the characters called Luso and Balthier from FF12. But there's a character that's in both versions that you can still get. So that's fine. I don't know if I'll do all the secret stuff in this game, but I will do all the story. And as when I said, you know, Joey still be in the game, you can rename characters that aren't the main characters. Gafgarian and Augeas are cheating. They're so strong. They're basically completely cheating. So having them in your party makes the game easy mode, so I won't be using them. I'll have them, and I'll accept them into the party because it's cool to have them around and they have story dialogue and stuff, but you just don't use them. Or at least you don't use their overpowered moves. Especially Gafgarian. Gafgarian's like he has a move, that Shadow Blade, has like a 25% chance of instantly KOing anyone it hits. It's insane. You'll notice we're getting something called EXP and JP. JP is something you don't have to worry about for now. JP is essentially job points. But because I won't be able to show you the screen where it's important for a little while, there's no need in talking about it. Right, who's not gonna... Are you going to attack one of the knights? Okay, that's fine. We only lose if Ramza dies. And not even if he dies. Right now I don't think we can lose unless everyone dies. But usually what happens is, you die, and there's a little countdown that appears over your head. It goes 3, 2, 1, 0. If it reaches 0 and you still don't... But I think it's actually if it reaches -1 and you don't actually save him, then you die. And if that happens to Ramza, then the game's over. It can happen to anyone else and they just disintegrate into a crystal, which can actually be good sometimes. You want your enemies to disintegrate into crystals and then steal all their moves. You don't want your characters to turn into crystals, because if that happens, they're gone forever. Permadeath. But you get like 3 turns to either finish the mission and they live, or simply revive them and they live. But reviving isn't 100%. There's a chance. You'll see when I'm going to attack people, there's like a chance to hit, right next to the amount of damage it does. I'll show you when it's Ramza's turn, because I can stop the gameplay and show you it. I think the archer's the only one left. Where are you going to go, Archer? You kind of... Uh-oh. Ow. Gafgarian may just kill you using Shadow Blade, since it costs no mana. I shall feast upon your flesh, Shadow Blade! That's not Gafgarian's voice. I shall feast upon your flesh, Shadow Blade. He's much gruffer. Anyway, I can attack him, so I'll show you. We have an attack. The -42 is the amount of damage you think it'll do, and the percentage next to it is the chance to hit. Right now it's 100. Don't get used to it. It won't be 100 for long. Bonk. Unhand me. The princess. This way. Hurry up and try making a little less noise. I'll not take orders from you. You've quite the mouth on you, princess. Hold, there! You're too late. Don't take it too hard, though. Perhaps this is the Lord's will. Take it up with him. This cannot be. Delita? He lives. But why does he serve under the banner of Duke Gultana? Records of the hero Delita first appear 1 year before the outbreak of the War of the Lions. The loss of the 50 Years' War saw knights returning from the front stripped of livelihood. Striped. Their fealty to the crown and nobility abandoned. Many became rogues and traitors, men donning the thieves' cloak and plotting treason against the crown. It was a time of great unrest for Ivalice. Murder and theft were commonplace. Many were the young adventurer and mage who stepped forward to counter this threat. Of such, the city of Garland, too, saw its share. Chapter 1. The Meagre. The Royal Military Academy at Garland. Another Wayne was struck last night on its way to Agros. A corpse brigade again. I wonder where all this leads. Delita, what do you make of this? I'm not sure. I have my guesses, but I'm listening. I think Duke Larg is coming to Garland. Duke Larg? Why? Not just the Duke, the Marquis Almdor de Limbury too. That's the first I've heard of it. This is not the sound of a state visit. All of Ivalice is in turmoil. The Order's supposed to be keeping things under control, but the fact is they number too few. And they mean to bolster their numbers with us. Alright, everybody, form up. The Order of the Northern Sky has an assignment for its Knight's Apprentice. As I'm sure you're already aware, the number of brigands roaming Galleon is on the rise. Among them the Corpse Brigade, a litigious lot with a grudge against the Crown. Rogues such as they must be dealt with. The Order has been commanded to undertake an operation to eliminate the brigade, an operation of a grand scale. We will not be acting alone. The Order will be joined by, among others, His Excellency Duke Larg's Royal Guard, stationed at Egros. This will leave Egros Castle undermanned. Your task will be to proceed there and support us from the rear by bolstering its defences. The time to take up arms is upon you, young apprentices. I've just received word that a band of thieves routed by our knights flees here to Garland seeking refuge. We will move to stop them and finish the task of our brothers. You, young apprentices, will accompany us. This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once. Dismissed. Yes, I'd love to save. I'll save in slot 2 then. Thank you. So, like I said, right now, I can't rename people or do anything, so you just get these people with random names. So we're going to have Dave, the Squire, Warren, the Squire, and 2 chemists. Because we need both to level up in different ways. Let's go. Circle to go. It's going to confuse me for a little bit. It's a Japanese game. In Japan, they flip around the functions of X and circle. Over there, circle is almost always confirm, and X is almost always cancel. Whereas here, we usually go for X for confirm and circle for cancel. Just a weird quirk. What have we here? Wee Moppets, is it? Our looks went in turn for the better. Alright lads, cut through these ones and we're good as fled. We'll make quick work of them and don't be leaving no squealers behind neither. Defeat everyone. Alright. Right now, Delita and Vamsa are the overpowered ones. But none of us are that strong, we're like level 1. Ow. Like, that move there, Rush, is an example of a move where the damage ratio is actually random. So it said it would do 15, but it only did 5. There's a chance things like that can happen. Most attacks, sword attacks and stuff, have a value, and that's just what you'll do. But weapons like axes and maces have a higher maximum threshold, but also have a lower threshold. Careful, Vamsa. Remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail. Don't patronise the Deleter. We Beowulfs know our way around a battlefield. Beowulf, was it? Heir to the noble house Beowulf, I'd wager. Looks like we have ourselves some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets is still moppets. Lay down your arms or die clutching them. None will mourn your passing. And you mean to make us do that, then? You and fire over your little heads. I'll show you who's in over their head. Wait, let's see what metal I've got. Oh, I can chant, okay. Metal is like one of the most overpowered, well, at least in the PSP version. I don't know about the PS1 version. One of the most overpowered stats there is, because there are moves that increase your attack strength and increase your speed, which in a strategy game is really good. Also, the direction you face people does matter. If you face them head on, you are much less likely to get hit than if you face them sideways or backwards. And if you get a status effect, such as darkness or silence or something, every attack has an 100% chance to hit. That's the penalty for getting hit by things. Bye, Deleter. That's one down. There are 4 more to go. Chemists are really annoying, so that they have the gall to keep reviving people all the time. It's a pain in the ass. Right, can I go in the water? No. Okay, I guess I'll hit you head on then. So it's only 95%. That's still pretty good. Right, can I go up here and attack you? It might be too high. No. Can I throw a stone at you? No, I can't rush you either. Okay. In which case, I will just block passage. Like that. And I'm going to move up here to give Vamsa some support. You can go over your own dead corpses and stuff. Move in, Vamsa. Get bonk. See, I missed a 95%. That's why if you attacked from the side, it wouldn't happen. These guys can't do anything because I'm blocking the way. Ow. Son of a bitch. He'll usually... yeah, they usually run away. Okay, so I might as well just keep attacking then. Bonk. You... we're going for like a mad flank. Because... actually, I'll just wait until she's dead and then I'll move in. If you wait, your speed actually gets... I think it gets higher. As in, like, you end up going faster because you haven't acted. I'm going to get the chemist to attack the guy who's defending. Ow. Yeah, she's leaving now, so the other guy can get in. He's going to attack the chemist, that's fine. We can heal each other. It's no big deal. And now, because he's done that, I get free access to the... Actually, I want to keep this guy alive, so if I attack him, the chemist might heal him, which is what I want. Now you've moved, so I can move in with you, go into the ocean, attack from there, and then kill her. Bonk. Oh, it's a lake rather than the ocean. Don't crit me. One of the other chemists is going to have to throw a potion at him. It should be able to do that. Boink. And like I said, if you die, it's not like Fire Emblem where you just die. So it's okay to let people get knocked down. Right, can I throw a potion from here? Chemists have the ability to throw potions at people. Everyone else has to be one tile away. There you go. So I've healed them up. I'll move back. to avoid the attack. You come in. Miss Chemist, you smack him. Doink! He's dead. Now we just have to fight the Chemist. Deleter may end up going for the guy on the move. The Chemist might use a Phoenix Down if he has the ability. No, you're just going to punch people. That's fine. You'll regret that mistake. Spoink. We're basically done now. There's like no risk. Doink. Just get some EXP. Usually you want to get most of your characters to level 2 by the time this is important. Alright. Deleter being the exception, you don't need Deleter to get leveled up. As you saw in the opening cutscene, he's not exactly on our side for long. Although this was a year ago, there's quite a long way to go between then and now. Right. I'll try and smack you in the face. It's just a bit of experience, mainly. Also, it can't really go anywhere. Oh, you're going to heal yourself. That's fine. That's what I want. Like an EXP grind. Damebert disappeared, leaving behind a treasure chest. Oh. Am I level? No, I'm not. I'm like very low level. Okay. Honk. Right. David, you go get the... Can you get down? Yeah, you can get down. What we want to do is, before Deleter has a chance to kill everyone, we want to block the way. Get the treasure chest. And get a leather cap. That's not great, but it's okay. We just want to block the way like this. I don't think he can jump down now, and Deleter can't hit him, so we're safe. Basically, you just want to just sit here. If he smacks us for 3 every so often, it's fine. As long as he can't move. That's good. Doink. I did a little bit of EXP grinding off of him, but also, as you saw, when people disappear, they turn into treasure chests. They turn into treasure chests, and they also turn into crystals occasionally. So now I just want to block the way to this guy. Completely. I don't know, I don't think Deleter has any, like, ranged moves. Ow. Just let him waste his turn. There you go, she's going to disappear. We're going to wait again. You get up to this guy. And then we're going to wait again. You could set the AI to do nothing and they would skip turn automatically for you. There goes the treasure chest. Bonk. He could crit me and do like 8 damage, but I'm not going to die, so it doesn't matter. Give me that. Okay, so sometimes they don't have moves that you don't have. But that's alright. The crystal, if they have a move that you don't have, you can get the reward. In the early game, I'm pretty sure it's probably not going to be worth it, but I'll check, because they might have skills that I don't have. You're not going to kill him? Yeah. Doink. Make him use another potion. Get up to level 2. I think there was a glitch where sometimes enemies would use items from your pool of items, which makes no sense. Doink. I want to get Rams up to level 2. Pretty much. We'll go up here, see if this is anything. It may not be anything. And then I guess we'll just wait. Wait one more turn. And then kill him. I don't need to be going so anal about this. But some of the moves you can get are pretty good, so... Doink. Welcome to level 2. Dorothy. It's about weird. Now, Ramza, you attack again. I could also be using metal, but I don't need to. Just bonk. Let's see if there's anything here. Nope. Alright, then you die. You're fucked with me for the last time. One of these guys may have stone. Stone is as it says on the tin. You throw a stone at people, and then they die. Right, we're level 2 already. I'm going to move up here. Let the guy come down. If he wants to. And then I can attack him from 4 squares at once. He may choose not to move. Yeah. That's what I would do. There we go. That's a job level up. I'm going to attack someone with a bit more oomph. There you go. That's level 2. What fundament do you have? You don't have any, do you? No, you do. You also have rush. Okay. He's in a... I might just let Deleter go and attack him. Because Deleter will absolutely... well, delete him. How many potions you got? I don't think it's infinite. I think they do run out eventually. I think his writing's on the wall because he's not being able to heal for all of the damage I'm doing. He will die very soon. Ah, spunk. See ya. Honest work would see them die old in bed, yet they choose instead this early grave. Why persist in such folly? Congratulations, this battle is complete. Got 2,000 Gale, a Mythical Knife, Phoenix down, and a potion. Cool. So this is how this series is going to work. We're going to do like one mission every video, because missions can take quite a while. Unless the mission's really quick, in which case we'll do that. We'll do 2. To move on the location on the map, press the cursor over its corresponding marker and press circle. When at a city or castle, selecting its symbol and pressing circle will open a menu displaying the various establishments of that location. If you're unsure what a particular menu option is for, press select for more information about it. Pressing triangle while on the world map opens the main menu from which you can access your party roster or save your game. The game's various tutorials can also be accessed from the game menu. These tutorials provide in-depth explanations of various aspects of the game. Consult them if you have questions about how to play the game. I don't. Right, party roster. Ramza. David. How do I rename him? I forget. I can make the Mythical Knife better. It doesn't actually make your attack better though. One of the chemists would be better off with it because that is just a straight up upgrade. Equipment. I'd like to equip the Mythical Dagger please. That's +1 attack power. The leather cap and the dagger's all just normal. I know there's a way. How do I do it? Let's just show you the JP menu. So here's the stuff I can do. You can see the cost of JP on the right hand side, what I need to learn. You want JP boost as one of the earliest things you get on pretty much everyone, because it's just good. I can become a black mage or a white mage because I'm a level 2 chemist. At level 2 squire you can become a knight or an archer. Tailwind is what you want to learn. Tailwind is broken. At least on PSP. I'm going to be saying that a lot because that's all I know. You want to get JP boost. Deleter I can do things with, so I might as well, but there's not much I'm going to be able to do with him in the long term. Okay, so I guess I'll figure out how to change names later. for now, I'm going to save, and I will see you guys next time when we go for the magic city of Gowland. Actually, let me show you what's going on. Come on in then, make yourself welcome. Here's what all the locals have been going on about. Burgundy is on the rise across the land, and Gallion has by no means been spared. Wains are struck and pillaged, high-ranking officials taken at sword point. Most of the incidents of this past 6 months are believed to be the work of the company of felons and former sellswords known as the Corpse Brigade. It is oft said the only good brigand is a dead brigand, and the Order of the Northern Sky would like naught more than to see the brigade made corpses for true, but as yet it is all the knighthood can do to keep the outlaws in check. The health of King Ondoria III has been a subject of concern since his collapse at the birthday celebration of Prince Orinus. The Board of Chamberlains has since announced that the king has regained consciousness and his fever is broken, but yet requires several weeks of quietude and bed rest in order to recover. Many speculate that it may be some months before the king resumes his official duties. However, Queen Louveria and her retainers have long been in charge of most affairs of state, and thus few problems are anticipated during the king's absence. The 50 Years' War. The half-century of conflict between Ivalice and Ordalia is today known as the 50 Years' War. Beginning of the 50 Years' War can be traced to the death of Ordalia's king Devan III and his failure to name a successor. His cousin, Voroy VI, was next in line for the throne. However, King Denamda II of Ivalice, the uncle of Devan III, proclaimed himself the rightful heir and declared war on Ordalia. However, this was merely a pretense to justify the invasion of the neighbouring Ordalian province of Zalmonia. Once an independent state, it had been annexed by Ordalia nearly a century prior. Ivalice had since been aiding the province in an effort to weaken Ordalia, an effort that ultimately failed. Tired of Ordalian rule, the Zalmonian leadership and nobility secretly petitioned Ivalice to take a more direct hand in their liberation. After a victory in Zalmonia, the Ivalician armies marched on the Ordalian capital of Vriora. As fate would have it, Denamda II succumbed to fatal illness on the road. The momentary confusion amongst Ivalice's troops gave Ordalia the opportunity it needed to regroup, and Voroy VI succeeded in pushing the Ivalicians back as far as Zalmonia. The resulting impasse would not be broken until the Vermandan army's invasion 2 years hence. Vermanda, a powerful military state lying across the Varna Strait, marched on Ivalice in the behest of Voroy VI, a blood relation of the Vermandan nobility. However, Denamda's second successor, Denamda IV, was a fearless warrior, personally leading his men into battle against the combined might of Vermanda and Ordalia. This, along with an outbreak of the Black Death in Vermanda, forced the Vermandans to withdraw after only 3 years. 2 military orders worthy of particular mention is the conflict in the Order of the Northern Sky, led by Knight Gallant Barbaneth Beowulf, and that of the Southern Sky, led by Sidolphus Orlando, known as the Thunder God. After countless victories at home, these two orders have been poised to advance into Ordalia. However, the protracted conflict had begun to take its toll on domestic morale. Peasant uprisings and revolts throughout Ivalice and Ordalia forced both countries to send their troops home to pacify their own citizens, resulting in another stalemate. It was Denamda IV's sudden death by malady that broke the stalemate. Although some claim that he was murdered, his successor Ondoria III was ill-suited to the throne, and left the governing of Ivalice to his queen and retainers without Denamda IV's leadership. The armies of Ivalice had little prayer preventing Voroy's sixth successor, Prince Leonard, from defeating the troops stationed in Zalmonia and advancing into Ivalice proper. Despite the valiant efforts of the northern and southern orders, Ivalice failed to repel Prince Leonard's invasion of Zaltonia. Ivalice's leaders soon began looking for a peaceful alternative. In the end, both states agreed that prolonging the war would prove mutually detrimental, and a pact was signed allowing each nation to return to addressing domestic strife. An equal peace in name, it was in reality a defeat for Ivalice. The economy of Ivalice was brought to the very brink of ruin as it struggled to pay reparations to its former enemies and to repay the loans taken from neighbouring states to fund its war effort. Soldiers returning from the front found themselves without pay, and entire orders of knights were similarly discharged from service. The swelling ranks of the unemployed did little to relieve the people's distrust of the crown and the nobility. Most of the rumours aren't that long, but that's background for you. I think I remember how to do what I need to do. I need to buy some soldiers. Okay, let me see. Right, so if I'm going to save here, just in case it doesn't work. I'm going to buy a squire. I'd like to hire him. Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah, this is how you do it. I'm going to do it and have to let go all the old guys. Joey's his name. Yep. Another male fighter. Tio's his name. Yep. And I'd like another male fighter. This soldier's name is... Angle. His name's Hal Angel, but it's Hal Angle to me. Right, let's go. So, then I need to go to my party roster and let go of the people I don't need. I know I just leveled them up and it's a bit of a waste, but I don't like having... You leave me behind now that I'm worth you? Yes, I would. Okay, so how many people have I got? Joey, Tio, and Angle. Deleter can't be removed. Let's get rid of all the people we don't want. Joey and Tio are going to stay as squires because I think Tio plays a Dragoon in FF14. He can correct me if I'm wrong. But that's where I'll end up trying to get him to. His FF14 class, whatever he plays as the most. Angle is going to become a chemist. And there's also another guy I need to get, but that's when I get more money. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is how many people I can have in the party. I'll get rid of one person. I guess you're... Let me put the equipment back, because I don't want to waste that mithril knife. You're the lower level one, so I'm going to remove you. There we go. Dorothy, you can stay in the group for now. For one more mission until I get 1500 gil back. Okay. So this is the squad. There we go. The bravery and the faith does matter, but it doesn't matter that much. The bravery and the faith means how much damage you do with physical and magical, and how much damage you take from physical and magical. It's both the same. So my bravery and faith is 70, I do a lot of damage, I take a lot of damage. The lower the bravery and faith, the lower damage you do, but the lower damage you take. So it's a risk and reward system. For example, Angle has a lot of bravery, but not a lot of faith, so I do a lot of physical damage to myself, or take a lot of physical damage, but not much magical. Likewise, Dorothy has a higher faith stat than physical stat. It'll all come into play later. Anyway, see you guys next time, when we go to mission 2. Goodbye.